What's going on, my friends? Eddie Walker here. Today we're going to talk about how to get that lo-fi feel in your music production. We're going to be using my track GMP, and that is out today. So go check it out wherever you stream your music. Let's go ahead and get into that right now. Lo-fi, which is short for low fidelity, has a few characteristics that flow throughout the genre no matter who's doing it. Tonally, lo-fi is a very warm hip-hop genre. Another sonic characteristic of lo-fi is noise. You're either going to have a vinyl noise, tape noise. I've even seen some people just do flat out white noise. This noise adds to the tonal characteristic of lo-fi, which is warmth. It's almost like a sonic hug. That feels good. Another characteristic of lo-fi is very few elements. Usually on a first listen, you can pick out everything that is being played inside of a lo-fi track. Let's go into the music and see how we can do those things in application. So when it comes to tone, I'm not wanting to hear a lot of high-end things. So let's listen to this piano. Here's the piano after I've taken a high shelf and rolled off some of the highs. Already I've softened the piano and made it feel a little warmer and less harsh for the overall feel of the track. Although I'm telling you this procedure and it only applies to lo-fi, the concept of making everything in your production fit the overall goal. Begin with the end in mind. There are generally two main ways to get noise for your lo-fi track. One is a sample-based noise. The other is using a plugin. Here's an example of just using a sample. You'll notice I'll have the volume low. I'm not looking to overpower the production with the vinyl noise. I just want it present just as a bed for everything else to lay on. The second way to get noise for your lo-fi project is through a plugin. There are plenty of vinyl sound, tape sound plugins out there. I'm going to show you a couple of plugins that allow for you to do that. This first plugin is from Izotope. It's called Vinyl. It is free from Izotope, and you have a few examples of different decades of records. You can change the virtual wear on the record. You can add dust, mechanical noise, electrical noise, and this just gives that warm kind of retro feel. I suggest if you want a balance between your cleaner sound and your vinyl sound, put vinyl on an auxiliary and turn it up to taste how much you want. All right, this is UAD's Oxide Tape recorder. This emulates kind of a 2-inch tape. Let's listen to how this sounds. So this is before the tape. This is after the tape. So not as noisy as the vinyl, but it does add a little bit more warmth to your project. This last plugin is kind of an all-in-one. It's Air's Flavor Pro, and you can do just about everything to shape the tonal characteristics of your project and add noise as well. The final element of lo-fi projects, few tracks. I have 22 tracks all together, Most of this is because there are about 12 different drum tracks. But if we think about it, we have drums, bass, guitar, keys, 2 keys, and then we have a saxophone. So that's 6 elements, and then there's some transitional effects. But this kind of keeps the mix open. It keeps the genre just clean, and you just have a warm, nice track. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Once again, GMP is out today. Go check it out wherever you listen to your music. And thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for sharing. And as always, stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep on creating. We'll see you next time.